It's Connie Erickson. Welcome to another Live at 5. Today I want to talk about self care because it's crucial to your relationship. I'd been working on the concept of self care with a client, and she came in the following week very proud of herself. Look, I got a pedicure. See, I'm doing my self care. Well, yes, and that was good for her to take some time for herself, but that wasn't quite what I meant by self care. Let me explain it like this. Pedicures are to self care what Saturday matinees are to parenting. Let me be clear, I love Saturday matinees. They're such a joyful and fun way to have a good time with your kids and feel connected. They're a blast, but they're not exactly parenting. No, parenting is the hard work in between matinees, the day in, the day out, the sometimes boring and challenging routines, and that's what self care is too. So I was listening to this series by LeBron James on how he trains. He mentioned his physical routine, but this particular series focused on how he trains his mind and cares for himself so he can be the best on the basketball court. For example, he prioritizes 8 hours of sleep and a 1 hour nap. Then he builds his day around that. He meditates so he can be fully present in the moment, letting past mistakes and future pressures disappear when he's focused on the shot. That's self care. He takes his self-care very seriously and takes full responsibility for it. He gets help from other people, but he doesn't put that responsibility on anyone else. And just like LeBron's self-care is crucially important to the success of his team, your self-care is vital to your relationship. Not being your best puts additional strain and burden on your relationship. You have less to put into the relationship, so you look to your relationship to give you the things that you're not giving yourself. You get resentful, and then you have even less to give, and so on into a downward spiral. I've even theorized, and I've explained it in other videos, that the majority of affairs are related to an inadequate self care. So, how should you take care of yourself? Let me go back to my parenting analogy. Good parents do what's best for their children, even when it's not easy, even at times when their children hate them for it. Good self care is a lot like being a good parent to yourself. It's saying, eat your vegetables before you have dessert. It's saying, that's enough screen time, go outside. Be polite, do your homework. It's doing the hard stuff. And it's also doing the gentle stuff. If you're a good parent or friend or pet parent, you are kind when your parent or friend or when your child or friend, etc., is having a hard time. When your child gets cut from the basketball team, you're not telling them what a loser they are and how they should have never tried out in the first place. You're sharing your pain, their pain, helping them put it into perspective, and helping them regroup for next time. When your puppy chews up a shoe, you reprimand them, but you're also there to play with them later. You make sure they have other chew toys, and you also start putting away your shoes. You help your kids, your friends, whatever, your puppy, you help set them up for success. And when you do that for yourself, that's self care. Parenting and self care is really hard work. Sometimes it looks easy for other people, right? Some kids are just easier than others. Maybe they have easygoing natures. Maybe they're perfectly healthy or make friends easily. Some kids, maybe yours, are harder. They want to challenge everything you say. They're obstinate, they're sullen, or they have special needs. They just need more. And sometimes you nail it and sometimes you lose your patience, but you still give it your best shot, parenting as best you can, day in, day out, for years on end. And that's the way to effectively care for yourself. Some people have it easier. They can eat whatever they want and still look healthy. They can function on 5 hours of sleep. They might have more external resources built in, like a supportive family or financial security. Maybe you're one of those people, or maybe you're someone who needs more. Maybe you're in a difficult personal or financial situation. Maybe you struggle with a mood disorder or have a chronic illness. You still need to parent yourself to the best of your ability, just like you would parent a difficult child. As a rule of thumb, there's 4 key areas in self-care, and they are physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. And if you don't know how to start or how to improve, start with where you are and look at the basics. Start with the physical. Everyone needs adequate sleep, good nutrition, and physical movement. Start there. See where you're doing okay and see where you have to parent yourself a little more firmly or a little gentler. Then just do a little better. Start slowly. This is a marathon, not a sprint. And be gentle with yourself when you F up, because you will. Next week, I'll talk more specifically about emotional self care because it's important, it's challenging, rewarding, and deserves its own spotlight. And I can't give it the full attention it deserves here. I know many of you are looking to me for relationship tips and communication skills, and I'll get back to that. But don't underestimate self care. This is an important building block, it's an important relationship building block. LeBron has to be at his best to build a championship team. Your relationship, your team can only be as healthy as you are. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you next week.